I don't know why, but I genuinely can't even muster it up in me to be scared of money anymore. I don't know what's gotten into me. I don't know if it's because I started playing The Sims. Just got used to having what I wanted, and for the means of getting what I wanted and more of it seeming just so obvious and inevitable. I don't know if it's the situations that seemed really scary working themselves out in the best case scenario and the most seamless way I can imagine. I don't know if / it's probably knowing I'm so ancestrally supported and that there's this net up under me that would never drop me even when I'm confused about what's going on. So I'm sure it's a lot of factors, but I'm having trouble seeing money as this very dense thing that I need to struggle against. And I want to share some of how this core, this essence of feeling settled and secure and like good fortune is inevitable, that seems just very baked into me. So I just want to do more of sharing this and having places where you can stop and marinate your brain in this soothing conversation around money and this expansive conversation so that you can feel more equipped when you go into other areas of your life to treat it with some ease and without that knot in your stomach. Okay, first things first, we're gonna reframe how we even consider money. A lot of us are walking around with the idea that money is the end that we are striving for, reaching towards, that what we're doing is a means to that end, to get money. What if money was a byproduct of a certain reaction that we are already craving and already enacting in our lives really regularly? Let's check it out. Up here we have photosynthesis. So a plant receives carbon dioxide and water, and through this transition where it's receiving sunlight and the help of its own chlorophyll in the plant itself, it can make the sugars that it needs to keep fueling, keep going on. The plant is doing this whole thing to get this. But because of the components that are over here, and since we're on either side of the equation and it has to balance out, there's also other outputs, right? There's also the sweet, sweet oxygen that we breathe. Okay, you'll have to forgive me, fellow women in STEM. Disregard the 6 in front of the sugar. I was sitting here editing. I'm like, that looks like too many oxygens. That looks like too much oxygen on the right side. So disregard the 6 in front of the sugar. And then that is the equation for photosynthesis. But the point still stands, so get into it. Let's see what this might look like if we are the plant. So let's say we have a cool idea and we have some time. And with our pleasurable attention and the skills we already have, we can create a delicious creation. And money will be a byproduct of that reaction. See? So what if money was just a byproduct of the fact that a cool idea popped in your head, you had the time to nurture that seed and watch it grow, to focus your pleasurable attention on all the little details and, ooh, let me tweak that this way, and oh, let me move that over here, and let me do this, and oh, what if I did that? And you get to indulge in that amazing creative process that lights you up every time you do it, to the point where you have this amazing, delicious, sumptuous creation, because of course you do, because you're that girl, and everything you touch is a success. And then money just comes because that's just how this equation works. That's just like the gas that gets let off because of this reaction. What if we started thinking about it like that? More than work equals money, time equals money. Well, not really. There's actually a whole reaction at play. And it's beautiful and perfect, just like nature. And maybe we can tune more to this and feel ourselves more friendly around money and more open-handed around it, because we know that it is around us so often because we're indulging in this cycle so much. It's like if you were a plant and you were in the garden of someone who always made sure that you were watered and put you in the sunlight that you absolutely prefer. Of course, you're gonna photosynthesize and you're gonna let off the most amount of oxygen that you would be able to. Like, it'll be so optimized because you've been taken care of by being given all the inputs that you already love and that you were made to thrive with. Thinking about it this way can start to break up some of the density around money. Another thing that can sometimes make money feel dense and confusing and also very ridden with guilt and shame is feeling like you taking your share is stealing from somebody else, or you holding what is already allotted for you is somehow taking and messing up somebody else's bounty. That can feed a lot of the competition that so many of us have been bred into. And I would like to put a stop to it. It's boring, it's bullshit. Let's move on. New plot, let's mix it up. So what if it was more like this? That's a circle-ish. It's a closed loop, and everything that happens in the loop is an addition. Okay? There's no way to subtract in here. Let's say you gave some of your coins for a mango, okay? Then you gained a mango and somebody else gained these coins that you gave them. Let's say over here that you want to use some coins to purchase some land, and you gain some land and somebody else gains some coins. Everything is balancing out, like in that chemical equation from before. Everything is balancing out. When something is given, it is added to the one it's given to, and then something that is equal in value as agreed upon by both people involved, that is given as well. It all balances out. And if someone over here trades a bunch of mangoes for some land, they got some land. Good for them. I'm happy for them. I wonder what they're gonna grow. And this person got some mangoes. Yum. Love some mangoes. And look, these two now, maybe they can be neighbors and do some trading. I don't know. But in this sphere, everything is additive. We're only ever adding because we're sharing. And we're all here. There's no teams, okay? It's not like, oh, I gave this to you, and oh, no, I lost this. You gained something that is equal to its value, so you did not lose anything. It's only janky when people start doing the extractive bullshit of not paying the fair share. But again, we're done with that. We're done because we can see the value clearly in this sphere. And imagine the sphere is the whole earth. Everything is additive. So I give you something, it has been given to you, it's been added. And so in the sphere of everything, it has been added. That's so good. I'm so happy that I shared that. If we're doing a kind of trade, I give something to you, it's been added, you give it to me, it's been added. Wow, look, we're up. Isn't it so exciting to be here? We're all on the same team. What if it was that way? Because the only time it starts looking janky is when it's like, oh, no, that's over here with me, and that's over there with them, and that's over there with them. Wrap it up. No, we're done. We're done. The time of that reigning supreme is done. I'm willing to be the mouthpiece to let you know and to just give everyone the horn. That's done. That's done. It's over. We have stepped into a new age. I'm sure you can feel it. So the math is different, okay? It's different. We're always just adding. Let go of the idea that you can be in debt to somebody. No. So if you, like many of us, have been brought up with the idea that you're down here and money is up here, how do you start to bridge that gap? How do you start seeing what you're doing as a valuable and equal exchange with whatever the currency that you're craving is? You begin to create what you value. And then that will build this up and up and up and up and up till you're up here. Create what you value. I mean, it can mean making your awesome product, your awesome ebook, your awesome song. It could also be creating the kinds of relationships you really value and putting yourself out there to be the kind of friend that you love being, and you get that warm feeling in your heart when you give this person a hug and you feel so heard and seen and understood around them. Creating that is deeply valuable. And when you get to experience that, you start to know and understand more deeply that you are a valuable piece of this whole puzzle that we're creating and building and enjoying with each other. You were probably sold much the opposite, that it doesn't matter if you live or die. And that's not true, babe. It sucks to feel that way. It sucks to feel so insignificant. And that is so much of what has obscured our gifts from us and obscured our medicine from us. And those poisonous thoughts have been used for so much violence, so much turmoil, and we're weeding them out now. And we're stomping on them and ending them once and for all so that they're never to be ingested again. What do you value as much as you've been taught to value money? What do you value even more than that? What is priceless to you? Start investing in that, and money will start to seem like the byproduct it is. If you liked this, you'll definitely like Nothando Conjure, especially my Relax into Wealth meditation. Yeah. It's so great at making receiving what you want feel normal to you. Your mind, especially if you're a daydreamer, you know this, your mind can't really tell much of the difference between what you have going on up here and what's happening out in the world. So if you make the time to create an experience that you've been craving that's been feeling far from you in your mind, and you let it come closer and let it come into your senses and let yourself feel relaxed around it and accepting of it, then a lot of miracles can start popping up, and that's what I want for you. So check out my Relax into Wealth meditation. If you like this kind of teachy vibe, where I'm up at the pulpit preaching, you would love the Remembering Tree. That's a really great guide to this new age that we're in. It's a great way to see the new rules that Spirit is working on, and the new timing and the new clarity that can emerge for you when you know that your energetics are actually the most powerful tool that you have, because you can always start there. You can always anchor into your power there. You can always propel yourself from there. And then the physical becomes much easier and a lot more fun, and hopefully more fun for more of us as time keeps going on and on, to the point where our descendants are like, what? Y'all have to deal with what? Y'all have to deal with that? And we're like, girl, tell me about it. But we made our way here through some play and some pleasure. So that's what I want for you. That's what I want for all of us. I'll see you here again very soon.